Hello everyone. In this tutorial we are going to learn axisymmetric analysis using ANSYS workbench. So learning in the video is introduction to axisymmetric analysis, and we are going to perform this axisymmetric analysis on 3D model. So keep watching this video till the end. So first of all, what do you mean by axisymmetric conditions? So in a problem in which geometry, loadings, boundary conditions and materials are symmetric with respect to an axis in one that can be solved as an axisymmetric problem instead of a three-dimensional problem. So here some of in an analysis we have problem in which some of kind of geometry, you can say, or loading conditions or boundary conditions are of symmetry with some axis. Then in that case we can use this technique. Right? Instead of you going to use a three-dimensional problem, we are going to use only half portion or quarter model, and then we are going to solve that quarter model. Then it will find the solution for the complete model. So here advantages of these symmetric boundary conditions is same accuracy at laser computation time and cost. So here by using these axisymmetric conditions, we are going to achieve the same accuracy as that of 3D model at a laser computation time and cost. So here we are going to reduce our computation cost, we can save our time. But here is a limitation for the different type of analysis, that it cannot use for dynamic analysis, that is vibration analysis, because it cannot calculate antinodes. So here is some advantages we have see here, some disadvantages, or we can say, or limitation we can see here. So whenever we have some symmetry about axis, that is symmetry about plane, we can say, in that case we can use this type of analysis. So here I am going to perform analysis on this quarter model instead of this 3D model. So let's see the tutorial. Here we have material that structural steel, that is default material in the ANSYS workbench, and pressure that we are going to apply is 10 MPa on the top face of this model, and constraints fixed support, that is bottom face of this model, and outputs we require here as total deformation of mass stresses. So keep watching this video till the end. So I'm going to move on ANSYS workbench. So this is a schematic window of this ANSYS workbench. I'm going to create a static structural analysis team in this schematic. So here you can rename the given analysis team, but I'm not going to rename it. So here the first cell is in data. I'm going to choose the default material, that is structural steel here. Then we have to create a geometry here. So open design modeler. So this is our design modeler window. Here we have to create a sketch first of all, then we are going to revolve it. So click on this extra plane and look at, then click on this sketching mode. Here select polyline, and first take units is millimeter, then start with the sketch. So here first point, second point, third point, fourth. So here ensure that V and C must appear before clicking. And right click and close it. So here we have to give some constraint like vertical. So this line is vertical. Then give some dimensions here. So here is 50. This is a random dimension. So you can select you can do any of this in type dimension here. Then $50, $20, then this 30, then 30, and this is 20. Right? So in this way we have completed with our dimensions. Then click on this modeling mode and click on the isopod. Then select this silver feature. It is asking for geometry, select geometry here and apply. Then it is asking for axis of revolution. Therefore select this vertical y-axis. Then apply here. Direction, change direction normal instead select reverse instead of normal. Then do the angle 90 degree instead of 360. So it will only it will create only quarter model instead of complete model. Click on generate. So here our quarter model is ready. So I'm going to minimize this design modeler and open our mechanical window. So here our mechanical window is ready. Here you can see it's mechanical, and here we have to do the symmetry before proceeding. For that we require coordinate system, because we are not going to use this global coordinate system. Instead of, we have to create a local coordinate system. For this, so click on this coordinate system, right click and insert a coordinate system. So it is asking for here we have to change type. So we require here cylindrical one instead of Cartesian one, because it is a cylindrical component. So then it is asking for geometry. Click on this inner surface of this cylinder and apply. So here we want rotation about this axis, y-axis, but you can say the rotation axis is wrong. So we have to change the orientation of this y-axis. So for that, click on this x-axis, or it is a, we have to see the number of configuration here to get the rotation about y-axis here. Sometimes it is difficult to get rotation in first click, so we have to change this axis. So here we got the rotation about x-axis, you can see here. So here this is your x-axis, vertical axis, z-axis, and the rotation axis, y-axis. So in this way we have created the local coordinate system. Then we have to insert symmetry. For this, click on this model, right click, insert and symmetry. After inserting symmetry in outline, we have to again insert cyclic region, because this is a cylindric model and we have to insert cyclic region. So there are a number of symmetric regions are available, but in this case we are going to use cyclic region. So here it is asking for low boundary and low boundary, high boundary. So it is similar to source face and target face. So it is going to start from this end and it is going to end on the other end. It will complete the complete cylinder. For this we require boundaries. So for low boundary, click on this surface and apply. For second boundary, click on another surface and again apply. Then click on no need to generate. So then here next part is meshing. So create a default mesh. So here very good type of meshing is created by using the default settings. You need to give extra settings here. And next part is static structures. Here we have to give the boundary conditions and loading conditions. So click on this support, then use fixed support and apply, or select the bottom surface, click on apply. Then again click on loads, here up, select pressure from the load toolbar, select top face of this cylinder, then apply, and the direction is normal to the face, it is as required. Then magnitude is 10 MPa, right? So in this way we have given the load condition, boundary condition. Next here we want deformation, that is total deformation, and here we want again stresses, that is 4 minus stresses. So and solve the analysis. Here after creating the mesh, we will see here in the statistic how many elements it has created for this quarter model, because suppose we have 100 element for quarter model, then for a complete model it will be a 400 element. So it will reduce your simulation time as well as simulation cost. So this is the benefit of this axisymmetric analysis. So when we get our results after solution, so it will show you the result for complete model, not for the quarter model, right? So because we have given the symmetry one. So here total deformation is 0.02642, right? And you can see the deformation by this animation. Click on this arrow, click the animation, so it will show you the deformation pattern, right? The scale is auto scale, that means it has a enhance the scale. The deformation is very small, it cannot be seen by naked eye. The software itself has scaled some values and it has produced some effects. So in this way you can animate the deformation. Next, equivalent stress again 104.34. So here by this symmetry we only model the water model of this problem, and it will give the solution for the complete model. This is the glory of this symmetrical simulations, right? So here see the details of mesh, here statistics. So here total elements are 1027. This is for quarter model. When you use complete model, the elements will be 4 times of this 1027, right? So it will increase when you select or take a complete model, it will increase your element, then it will obviously increase your solution time, ultimately it will increase your simulation cost. So this is a we can say benefit of this type of simulations. So friend, if you like my video, please subscribe, share, and thank you.